everybody, TC here, and it's time for some new acquisitions. I've been thinking about how I'm going to redo these in the next month when I'm revamping some of the stuff on my channel, and I'm going to try a couple of different approaches, but right now I have a couple of huge things I purchased and I want to get them out of the way, and each one in its own way. First off, I'm going to be turning the chair around and picking up a few of these. First up is this album. This is one I have waited for a long time, and when it was reissued at the end of September or early October, I had pre-ordered it and was very excited to get it. This is the soundtrack from the 1970 television series Groovy Ghoulies. As you know, I collect Saturday morning stuff, and this is definitely qualifies as that. I loved this show when I was a kid. As you can see, it's still got the hype sticker on it, and it does come with the classic orange RCA label from the early 1970s, and of course, in honor of Halloween, it comes on this wonderful pumpkin orange vinyl. I'm very looking forward to spending this because I remember all these great songs from this show when I was a kid. Just basic pop stuff, but it's an exciting thing for me to be able to have after nearly 50 years of wanting this album and finally being able to get it. Brand new ones of the original are like $80, $90. I got this for $30. I also, just to be safe and to hedge my bets, picked up the CD as well, so I'd have it. Very excited about that. Next up, if you're not familiar with Two Hip Chicks, you should be. They have their own live show Tuesdays and Thursdays. Adam at Record Crate turned me on to their show and turned me on to them, and Mary and Dawn had a sale with Adam a couple weeks ago, and I picked up a couple of titles, one of which I got as an upgrade. That is the second album by Carpenters, Close to You. Mine was in piss poor shape, and Mary and Dawn offered a very good price for this. It comes with, of course, kids with the sleeve. Great stuff. I love the way Mary adds stickers to the back of her envelope that indicate the tracks. I think that's very cool. In fact, that's very inspiring. I may end up doing something like that too. Very cool. But I'm happy to have a almost mint condition version of this again, because I have always loved this album. The other one I showed on my Show Me 1974 video for Chris Prophy, and that is the original Barry Manilow album, debut album. Before they repackaged it, it was repackaged as Barry Manilow 1, and with a black drop and a different picture of Manilow on Arista Records. This was one of the final releases on the Bell label. This album in its entirety made its transition to the Arista version. Of course, the only hit that came off of it was a later hit, Could It Be Magic. Mandy and It's a Miracle both came off of his second album, Barry Manilow 2. And finally, on this one, I have another show I'll be doing. I picked up some great stuff from another Discogs dealer, MK Select Records. He has 100% positive on his Discogs sale page, and I'm not surprised. I paid for them and had them in less than a week. That is unheard of with media mail, so it's terrific. One of the things I picked up is the last Eric Carmen solo album. I did not have 1980s Tonight You're Mine. There were no big hits off this album, but I don't care. I love Carmen. This is the only Carmen solo that I didn't have previously, and I am very happy to add it to my collection. Another one I've added that I have on cassette somewhere in storage that I've always loved is from the late 1980s, 1987, I believe. Jimmy Davis and Junction, Kick the Wall. This is a great rock album, a little bit of bluesy to it. If you've never heard it, I suggest you try it out because it's terrific. Another addition to my Foxy collection, this is Party Boys. I'm not familiar with all of Foxy's music. This is one of the two albums that does not have songs on it I'm familiar with, so I can't wait to spin it and see what it sounds like. I'm a big fan of Hot Number. I'm a big fan of Get Off. And I love Ishla Desma's solo stuff and his stuff with Oxo. So I can't wait to hear this too. Make sure I got them the right way. I have this on cassette as well, but I wanted it on album or CD, and I found the album, so I grabbed it. This is Glenn Medeiros' follow-up second album, Not Me. Several songs on this album were either written or produced by Tom Keane, who was the older of the two Keane brothers in the 1970s. This album features Long and Lasting Love and Love Will Always Find a Reason, which were two singles off here. I always liked the title, the first track, Fallen. Great stuff from Glenn Medeiros. I've also been working on finishing up my Helen Reddy collection. I'm trying to, I've always been a fan of Helen's, but I never had a chance to pick up most of her albums when I was younger. With her passing in late September, it made me realize it's time to get them, because I've always loved her voice, and so I was able to pick up 3 of them from MK Select. The first one I showed last night. This is Free and Easy from 1974. Features Angie Baby and Emotion. Her debut album from 1971, I Don't Know How to Love Him, which features the title track. And her versions of a number of hits, including I Believe in Music, which is Matt Davis, who also passed away the same day she did, and A Song for You from Leon Russell. This also includes Best Friend, which is the song she performed as, oh, I'm going to get it wrong. I think it was Sister Mary Claire in Airport 1975, the song she sings to the ailing Linda Blair, also on this album. And from 1978, I believe, I want to check the date real quick here. Yes, 1978. This is Music. This features, the single off this was Gladiola and I Can't Hear You No More. They were neither one huge hits on the pop chart, although I think I Can't Hear You No More did hit the AC chart in a bigger way. And 2 other albums by another songstress of the early 70s that I'm a big fan of, Maureen McGovern. Maureen's debut album, The Morning After. Of course, this is what shot her to the top of the charts a year after the Poseidon Adventure came out. And Nice to Be Around, her follow-up, which features Nice to Be Around from Cinderella Liberty. I've always loved Maureen as a singer. She had a few lean years before coming back in the late 70s with Can You Read My Mind from Superman, Angie's Theme, Different Worlds, and then a great song in 1981 that I loved from a movie called The Earthling, I think, called Halfway Home. And of course she's done supper club music over the years too, where she performs classic music and such. So those are the purchases from MK Select, and from 2 Hip Chicks, and from Rough Trade is where I got the Groovy Ghoulies album. And on another video, I'll run down my latest haul from Record Crate. Until then, I'll see you later. Bye.